Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bible Rave. This morning we are going to be in Psalm 78:35. And today I want to talk about change. Why should you change? When should you change? The Serenity Prayer says, let me know when to change and let me know when I can't change anything. So essentially we don't go crazy trying to do it, right? But here's the thing. What specifically lets change be important? And so what I want to read is Psalms 78:35, and it says, they remembered that God was their rock, God Most High their Redeemer. Yet they deceived him with their speech, lied to him with their words. Their hearts were inconstant toward him. They were untrue to his covenant, but he, being merciful, forgave iniquity and would not destroy. He restrained his wrath time and again and did not give full vent to his fury. You ready for the answer? For he remembered that they were but flesh, a passing breath that does not return. And I wish I would have read that a little bit more fluidly, because the impact of that is so great. We as people are like, yes, God, we're going to do better. We as people are always like, I'm going to change myself if XYZ happens. And normally it's like in this terrible situation or when you're like super down in the dumps. But is that the only time you should change? What about when someone consistently brings up the same topic? Shouldn't that be a time when you change? So for instance, what if your husband keeps saying, hey, can you just, I don't know, fold the towels faster? Or maybe your wife's saying, can you take out the trash more? And it's a consistent argument. Why do we hold on to things like that? It's as if we're saying, I don't want to be controlled and I can help, but help is what you should ask for and be accepting of what you get. And the person who's asking for help is saying, yes, but shouldn't I also be able to have an expectation? It's the same thing with God. Shouldn't he be able to have an expectation of us? When he's constantly providing these arguments that says, hey, you need to change something. Is it not our responsibility to stop and listen and decide, okay, yeah, maybe this is true, instead of becoming so ego-filled that we just sit in our stubbornness? For me, I think that you should take a look, because self-reflection really does help what you're trying to accomplish overall. And it says, I love this part because it says, they were inconsistent, they deceived him, they lied to him, but being merciful forgave iniquity and would not destroy. God was merciful, he forgave their inabilities to reach that standard, and he wouldn't destroy them. Remember Sodom and Gomorrah? I mean, huge acid rain, fireballs, the whole place was gone, but he didn't do it to the tribe of Israel. And when it's time to change, instead of bringing your ego up and resisting, what if you turned and, like God in this phrasing, remembered that you were but flesh, a passing breath that does not return, and say, why is this so serious to me? Why am I just really digging my heels in? Because your ego is going to try and protect you from pains that you've felt. But sometimes God doesn't want to protect you from those pains, because when you feel pain, when you're at your low, when you're in those life-changing situations, you come back. Sometimes God uses the pain to cause you to come back. Now, for the person who's like, well, isn't that manipulating? No, because you still have the option to not come back. You can dig your heels deeper and say, I can't believe God does this. Or you can say, God, I do want to start a better relationship with you. The whole Bible, all it is saying is come back to God. Come back to the source of pure love and pure energy. Fulfill your purpose and make this world a better place. So if you're wondering, why does God forgive? If you're wondering why you should change, The answer lies here. You are but flesh, a passing breath that does not return. I'll talk to y'all later.